Howdy y'all, welcome to Hazen and Barrel Craftworks here on the Hazen and Barrel Homestead and our humble whiskey room. I'm the Alchemist, and happy Friday to y'all. We made it through another week of February already. I know I can't believe it. We're already halfway through the month and we're already almost to Valentine's Day, which is why I chose this week to focus on my beautiful bride, who if any of y'all tune into me at all know that I'm pretty fond of my beautiful bride. And with focusing on my beautiful bride, I focused on our dogs because my beautiful bride is pretty fond of our dogs. And today's focus is on our third dog. As I introduced our dogs to us, our dog Bubba. He's getting up there in age, and it was pretty hard to get him up on my lap or anything because he's a 130-pound Rottweiler. So I'll just show a picture of him here today lying in front of the barrels so you can all see my big old Bubba. He's a pretty good protector of the homestead and protector of the house, but he's also a big baby. He'll protect if we're not home, but if we're home and you come in to meet him, he won't stop licking or wanting you to pet him. So good protector, but big old gentle giant. As y'all know, I'm also love my whiskey and bourbon, but being the old-fashioned alchemist, I also love me a cocktail, not just old fashions. I love mixing up different kinds of cocktails. And you know, a good Valentine's cocktail is, a lot of people think of a Cosmopolitan. And a typical Cosmopolitan is a half an ounce of lemon vodka, or an ounce and a half, sorry, of lemon vodka, and a half an ounce of Cotrol, which is a orange liqueur if you're not familiar, half an ounce of lime juice, and a full ounce of cranberry juice. You shake that well, and you put that in typically, you know, a tall, you know, martini-like glass, but you know, I'm taking some very large liberties with that Cosmopolitan today, and we're making a Bitchin Cosmopolitan as we focus this week on a bourbon that I felt was a good bourbon to show an appreciation for my beautiful bride, and that's Two Bitch Bourbons. Because Two Bitch Bourbons, they give back to dogs. They give back to dog charities or dog kennels or dog humane societies or places like that that give to dogs to help raise them, lost dogs or dogs that are without homes, so that they can be rehomed and they can thrive until they find that home. And this particular small batch with a bite is one of the bottles that a portion of the proceeds go to places like that, so that these dogs without a home can thrive until they find a home. And my beautiful bride does the same thing. She gives back to these places that give these dogs without a home until they can find their forever home. And so I thought it fitting that we have Two Bitch Bourbons this week and focus on them. And it's quite a good bourbon. So, you know, go to their website. They ship to many states, including South Dakota, which is great because it's hard to find too many places that will ship to South Dakota. So it's awesome that they do. And so I thought we'd make a Bitchin Cosmopolitan this week and change it up a bit and use the small batch with a bite Two Bitch Bourbon to make our Bitchin Cosmopolitan. So let's get started with that one. I'm going to start with 2 ounces of the small batch. And then I'm going to go with 3/4 of an ounce of Luxardo cherry liqueur. And then I'm also going to go with 3/4 of an ounce of cranberry juice. Now when we get done mixing this all up, I'm using a martini glass out of the freezer. So this will fill 2 martini glasses when it's all said and done. Now I'm going to go with 1/4 of an ounce of a spiced simple syrup. I like my sweet, so I'm going to go just a heavy 1/4. And as you can see, this is a thick syrup. I like a nice, rich, simple syrup. And now to get the orange in there, since we didn't use the orange, the Cointreau, the orange liqueur, I'm just going to squeeze about a 1/2 ounce of fresh squeezed orange juice. And get that in there. And then we're still going to get our lime in, and we'll go with about a 1/2 ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice in there. Get some ice in our shaker. And give that a good shake. Now let's get our glass out of the freezer. And strain that in there. Like I said, you get about enough for 2 of these martini glasses out of here, or a refill. Now what I want to do for a garnish, I thought it'd be quite nice to make this a bitchin' cocktail. So we take our 1/2 wheel here, and let's caramelize that. And get the rind while you're at it too. Just smoke that rind up a little bit. I don't know if you can see that side while I'm caramelizing this side. Sure smells nice. And I always like my cherries. Oh, I need a skewer, which is right over here. So let's just skewer that. Set it to the side. And I love my cherries, so let's grab one of these out. Get that on the skewer. Get the rest of the orange in there. Put that in the drink. And now it's time for a taste. Smells nice. Oh, and it tastes even nicer. That's a good Bitchin Cosmopolitan right there. Good use of bourbon. Good use of flavors. Using that 103 proof, that bourbon with a bite. If you watch the video on Wednesday, the flavors that came through in that bourbon on Wednesday. If you didn't, go back and watch that video. It's a good compliment to the sweetness that came through, because the one on Wednesday wasn't quite as sweet, so it complements the sweet flavors that we have in here, complements the citrus. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm keeping this on here. My beautiful bride might even like that one. Good enough. Good thing I made enough for two. So, as you all know, I love having you all come back around. So please take it easy. Don't drink and drive. Cheers.